Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. The value of a video game console increased by 285% from the end of 2015 to the end of 2016. The value of the console then decreased by 21% from the end of 2016 to the end of 2017. Finally, the value of the console increased by 63% from the end of 2017 to the end of 2018. What was the net percentage increase in the value of the video game console from the end of 2015 to the end of 2018? Round to the nearest hundredth of a percent. Okay, now let me draw a line segment, and on the line segment, let me mark the given years. Okay, here 2015, and here we have 2016, and here we have 2017, and here we have 2018. We can consider this 2015 as the end of 2015, and this 2016 can be considered the end of 2016. The same we can consider for 2017 and 2018 as well. Okay, so the starting period is the end of 2015. Since the starting period is the end of 2015, let me assume the value of the video game console is 100. Okay, whenever we solve this kind of percentage problems with an unknown quantity, usually we assume 100 as an unknown quantity, so it will be easier for us to solve the percentage problems. Okay, so I assume 100 as the value of the video game console at the end of 2015. Okay, now let's consider this information. That is, the value of a video game console increased by 285% from the end of 2015 to 2016. So from the end of 2015 to end of 2016, the value of the game console is increased by 285%. Now to find the value of the game at the end of 2016, this value 100 has to be increased by 285%. Okay, let me do calculation out here. Okay, so to increase this value 100 by 285%, what I have to do is I have to add this 285 to 100. Let me do it. 100 positive 285. So whenever I increase a value by some percentage, so I have to add the percentage value to 100 and I have to take percentage times the value that we are trying to increase. Here we are trying to increase the value 100. It has to be multiplied over here. Okay, when I multiply this 100 and 285, I am getting 385. That is 385% times 100. When I convert this one to decimal, I am getting 3.85 times 100. Okay, when I multiply 3.85 and 100, I am getting 385. That is, when I increase this value 100 by 285%, I am getting 385. So this is the value of the game at the end of 2016. Let me write it out here. Now, let me consider the other part of information. The value of the console then decreased by 21% from the end of 2016 to 2017. So from the end of 2016 to end of 2017, the value of the console decreased by 21%. Since we decrease this value 385 by 21%, now what we have to do is we have to subtract this 21 from 100 because we decrease 100 negative 21% times the value we are trying to decrease, that is 385. That we have to write over here. Okay, now when I subtract 21 from 100, I am getting 79. That is 79% times 385. Okay, when I convert this one to a decimal, I am getting 0.79 times 385. Okay, let me do calculation. 0.79 times 385. I am getting 304.15. That is, when this value 385 is decreased by 21%, I am getting 304.15. Okay, now let me go to the other part of the information. Finally, the value of the console increased by 63% from the end of 2017 to end of 2018. So from 2017 to 2018, it is increased by 63%. Then what we have to do is we have to add this 63 to 100. Okay, let me do the calculation because we increase. So I'm adding 63 to 100% times the value we are trying to increase, that is 304.15. When we add this 163, we are getting 163, that is 163%. When we convert this one to decimal, we get 1.63 times 304.15. Okay, let's multiply these two values. When I multiply these two values, I am getting 495.7645. Okay, let me write that value over here, 495.7645. When I increase this value 304.15 by 63%, this is the value I am getting. Okay, according to the question, we have to find the net percentage increase in the value of the video game console from the end of 2015 to the end of 2018. At the end of 2015, already we know the value, that is 100, and at the end of 2018, just now we got the value, that is 495.7645. First, we have to get the actual increase from 100 to 495.7645. The actual increase is 395.7645. Since the starting value is 100, so whatever value you are getting as actual increase, the same can be considered as a percentage increase. That is, the net percentage increase in the value from the end of 2015 to the end of 2018 is 395.7645 percentage. But according to the instruction, we have to round the answer to the nearest hundredth. So let's round this value to the nearest hundredth. Then we get 395.76 percentage. So this is the net percentage increase in the value of the video game console from the end of 2015 to the end of 2018.